I should have put these two back, but I don't know where to put them. I don't have any room on my shelf anymore. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What the heck is it? Oh. How long has that been in here? I'm thinking that I need to buy a new bookshelf and then make like a cute book corner. I also could decorate it for fall. I'm in my sweater. It's 90 degrees outside, but it's spooky season. Don't get mad at me. It is spooky season. I just want it to be fall so bad. It's 90 degrees outside, but we're gonna pretend. Okay? That's not what this video is about. Today, we're counting all of my physical books, and I'm going to show you what's on my physical TBR. No. We're counting all of my physical TBR. And I'm gonna show you what's on my physical TBR. No, that's not right. We're counting every book I haven't read, and I'm gonna show you what they are. We'll figure out the title later, doesn't matter. I didn't even say hey. Hey guys, welcome back if you're new here. Nice to meet you, I'm Lara. If you're not new here, how's it going? We should like a handshake or something. We're gonna start though, what's down here that doesn't fit on my shelf. It's only 3 books. Should I count them first? Let's count them first. $72 books that I haven't read. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I might give you an explanation on why I haven't read it yet. I might not. I don't know. I'm gonna start with the books that don't fit on my shelf that I took with me on my trip or I bought on my trip. The Summer of Broken Rules is a book I brought on my trip and I didn't end up reading it. I read the first chapter and I stopped there. I just wasn't feeling like reading it. So that's why it's here. But The Summer of Broken Rules by K.A. Walter, Billy Summers by Stephen King, I bought on my trip in Washington. I bought on my trip in Washington. Excited to read it, but to me I feel like Stephen King is like a fall read, you know what I'm saying? I just bought this also, The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Super excited to read this. I also read the first chapter. I just didn't feel like reading while I was on my trip. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to take any of these books off my shelf because I just did them. If You Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. Haven't read this book, of course. Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Got it for my birthday. The Love Con by Ceresia Glass, I believe is how you say it. But I've had this for such a long time. The cover is so cute. I just haven't picked it up. Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I also feel like this is maybe like an October read. Partly because of the spooky house on the cover. I'm not taking them off. I have Forever and Ever, Maggie Moves On by a Thread. By a Thread I'm actually about to start. So should I count that? Yeah. But I'm about to start it. But these two by Lucy Score, I haven't read them yet. Obviously, that's what this video is about. I'm excited to read Lucy Score though. That's why I'm starting By a Thread. Too Hot to Handle by Tessa Bailey. I also started on my trip for my last video, for the Hunger Games video. Let me just say, I have been in a video slump and it's been so annoying because I have filmed like 3 or 4 videos, started them, hated them. I started it, I've got a couple chapters in, decided I don't feel like reading it. The first 2 to the Addicted series by Kristen Becca Ritchie, just, they've been sitting on my shelf for so long, and I need to get to them. So, you know what, maybe I should do a 24-hour readathon reading my physical TBR. Yeah. What else is on here? Oh, Book Lovers and People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. People We Meet on Vacation was like one of the first books I bought. And then I say, oh, I'll read it in the summer. You know, time's ticking, summer's just about over, so. To me, don't know when I'm gonna get to that book. Book Lovers, also don't know when I'm gonna get to that book. Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. is a winter book. I have read most of these books because this is my favorite book shelf. Book, yeah. Triple Duty Bodyguards by Lily Gold is my last Lily Gold book before her next book comes out, so I have yet to read it. I am putting it off on purpose. I just bought these 2 books because her prints are going out of stock. She's not selling them anymore because of her new covers, but I really like these covers and I wanted to buy them. So I have Flawless and Heartless by Elsie Silver. I'm super excited to read these, but just haven't started them yet. They're definitely on my August TBR, at least Flawless is. And then also Final Offer by Lauren Asher I got for my birthday. I'm so excited to read this. Couldn't tell you why I haven't read it. I think maybe the thickness of this book is what's the reason I haven't read it, but who knows. Just look how pretty this shelf is. This book shelf specifically is gorgeous. All of my favorite books, or like books I know will be my favorite, and this series. That's why this shelf's so pretty. But I also have A Court of Vampire Queen down here by Katie Roberts. I don't know why I haven't read this book, because I freaking love the Vampire Diaries, and I know that's what I'm going to be thinking of when I read this book. So I couldn't tell you why I haven't read it. I need to though. Gonna read it soon. Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home by Jessa Hastings are also up here. Super excited to read these. Haven't read them yet. Oh, what I keep saying I haven't read them yet. That's what this video is about. No more saying that.
I'm excited though.
Tomorrow. I cannot wait to read it. It's on my August TBR as well, I believe. Prodigy and Champion by Marie Lu. I've had these for, well, I just got Champion actually, but I've had Prodigy. I bought it right after I finished Legend, and then I didn't pick it up. Why? Don't know. Why am I out of breath? And then the whole entire Ravenhood trilogy by Katie Stewart. I thought it was a fantasy, but now I think it's a romance. I haven't read the back. I was just told to buy the series. Don't know what it's about. This Woven Kingdom, she just came out with her 3rd book and I didn't even know she was working on it. But like, I need to read it so I can read the next 2. I was pulling them out and then I stopped pulling them out. Why did I do that? Okay, we'll pull them out from now on. Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. I just got this in Fairy Loot, I think, for June's Fairy Loot. It's so pretty. Look at it. And the back says, a duty to protect, a desire to kill, and a possible love. Sign me up. God Killer by Hannah Kaner. I tried to read this, but I read the first 2 chapters in it, and my pea-sized brain couldn't read it. And I don't know if it was because I was trying to get over the 4th wing. I was trying to read another fantasy to pull me out of that 4th wing slump. Couldn't. That was just like the terrible time to read this. So I put it down so I can give it a chance another time. Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. Also a Fairy Loot edition. No, this is a Lumicrate, I think. I don't know. I don't know why I keep buying Lumicrate and Fairy Loot because I rarely ever read them. And then finally, The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrews. Andrew, not Andrews. They're just gorgeous though, aren't they? Okie dokie. I have Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I am not reading this yet. I know some people say you need to jump into it. I'm not reading this until I finish Throne of Glass. I haven't started Throne of Glass. But I'm not reading it yet. And then there's Throne of Glass. I haven't read this solely because I don't know when to read Assassin's Blade. That's the only reason. Because every time I go and decide, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. I'm going to start reading this. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to read Assassin's Blade stresses me out so much. So I just haven't picked it up. Because some people say, read it first. And then some people say, read it after Queen of Shadows. Or Heir of Fire. Or Crown of Midnight. And I'm like... So, I don't know when I'm going to pick this one up. Because I don't know when to read it. Rise of the Orange Tree. Simply because it's so thick. I want to read this so bad. I want to read it so bad, especially like the dragon. Also, the words are pretty big in here, but it's so thick. Also, am I going to be able to understand it? Tell me if I will be able to. Obviously not, because I can't speak either. Okay, we're going down. We're almost done. But this shelf, literally every single book. Every single book I have not read. Don't pull it off the shelf, but we have Twilight on here. Don't worry, I will be reading it soon. Probably in October. Probably October, but I will be reading it. Can't wait for it. The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Also tried to pick this up for my Hunger Games video. Couldn't. I read the first couple of chapters. I couldn't tell you anything that happened. Couldn't tell you a single thing that happened. Light Lark by Alex Astor. I heard this is like Hunger Games, but I'm reading Hunger Games this month for a video. Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. Bought this, so excited to read this. Haven't picked it up, obviously. Oh my gosh, there's pictures in here? Looks so pretty. I should read this soon, shouldn't I? Another book from my Hunger Games video, Iron Widow. Another book that I tried to pick up for the Hunger Games video and simply couldn't freaking understand the first prologue because I am literally, my brain's this big. I will pick it up again, don't worry. I think I was in like maybe a little slump because like I picked up every single book from that video except for Legendborn. I picked up every single book and I read one book, which was The Dead Romantics. And everything else, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then I didn't read at all for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Dance of Thieves, I got this from Book Outlet, so that's why it's ripped, unfortunately. I saw also that you need to read like this trilogy, I think, before these. And I don't know if I want to read those. But I also heard that you could read this first. You tell me. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Also so excited to read this. I'm excited to read everything on my shelf, obviously, because I bought them. Couldn't tell you why I haven't picked up. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Why haven't I read this? I can't give you an excuse for everything. Legendborn by Tracy Dion. The words are just so little. That's why I haven't read it, because I am a big baby. That's it. Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. On the Edge of Ghana by Corin Dubis. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I can't give you an excuse for everything at this point, so like I'm just like flying through them. Dividing Eden, I cannot say their last name, but her first name is Jolie. And then the Divergent series, which I will make a video on also. That's why I haven't done it. But like I love dystopian books, but dystopian to me feels like a fall time read. Am I wrong? And then A Very Large Expanse of Sea. Another book that I want to read. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I am not the biggest thriller person. So like I only have a couple of thriller books and I rarely ever read them or pick them up. The Silent Patient. I've had this for years at this point. Haven't picked it up. I know it's supposed to be an amazing book, but I'm just not a thriller person. And then I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson that I also have had for years at this point. Here's the thing. I need to read about Pip and Robbie before the movie comes out. Or show. Has it come out? You know what? I need to read. I need to. So, should we make a video on this? Let me know. Then finally down here under a bunch of pile of books that I will not be getting out is Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, I believe. It's from a Book of the Month book pick. That's not all technically, but I'm not going downstairs. But downstairs I have a couple of Wizard of Oz books because I love the Wizard of Oz. It's just my childhood nostalgia. I also have a couple of Harry Potter books downstairs, but like the pop-up ones, you know what I'm talking about? They're like illustrated. I have those. And then I also have the entire Hunger Games set, but that's for a video. So it's downstairs right now. Those are all of my, what did I say, 72, 79, 70 something books that I have on my physical TBR. And by the end of this year, I would like to knock 20 of them off. You heard that right, 20. 20 more books I need to knock off this bookshelf. I also need to buy another bookshelf. I'm thinking I have this blank, I'll show you. I have this literal blank wall in this room that I have my bookshelf in. This room's quite empty, honestly. I'm thinking of making like a nice little book corner over there. I'm gonna make a corner over there because this background is getting boring. You know what? I'll see you next time. Maybe, hopefully. Thanks for watching.